All right, recording. Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Nerds Gnolls. I'm DM and producer Rebecca Larson with our players here, Greg Copeland, Haley Cipher, and Zelda Martin. We're back with another special episode where we discuss episodes 3 and 4 or so. So episode 3, we picked up right after Z introduced themselves and the battle had just ended and stuff. I know that shortly led to us going to the tavern and stuff. And Zelda, I remember you had Arius do the whole juggling thing later that night and stuff. That was pretty funny. I think I remember you later explaining why you did that, but I can't quite remember at the moment.
I don't know either.
I know you later explained like something about like, the class of monk that you did, like where Arius didn't need to like get a whole lot of sleep. Do you think you could explain that?
Oh, it was since Arius is an elf, he doesn't need to sleep more than 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
God, I wish that were me.
In real life.
In real life.
I can't hear a word you said.
I heard a bunch of high-pitched noises.
It sounded like an Animal
Just heard
Crossing
Animal
character.
Crossing noises. I can't hear you.
Yeah, we
Oh, is that a tortilla chip or a wheat thin?
I thought I was hearing Tom Nook.
Oh no. Does this have the same energy as me turning off the screen and slapping my laptop?
Yes.
That was so funny.
I'm so mad. That didn't make the cut. You didn't hear the
I still can't hear you.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Haley. Oh no, it seems like the technical difficulties like cursed jumped right at Haley.
We're just gonna have to
Looks like
ignore
there's a-
Haley this entire time and not mention it. Just try and be as subtle as possible.
Okay.
Subtle.
We can hear
Oh,
you.
I hear you. You were
Dude.
not Nook reminiscent.
That is so wild. They're not wheat thins, they're tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips. It was one or the other. Had to have been.
Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. The light's on
man.
now, so I guess it's good.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, I chimed in because I was like, Arius is juggling and elves only need 4 hours of sleep. So I was like, yeah, just me and Arius juggling at 4 a.m. No big deal.
My character's human. They sleep so much.
Tell me about it.
Even for a human, you
Tell
sleep like 16 hours.
Oh man. Yeah. It'll for kids up that 12-hour power nap.
If it's
Yeah,
just 4 hours, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah, no. Whenever we have to travel, whenever like Afric is still sleeping, you guys just drag him by the sleeping bag.
Well, I would assume there's like some other way of traveling, like just you can hire a donkey or something, and so we just tie your feet to the donkey.
So like, we hire a donkey. We don't hire the human to go with the donkey, just the donkey.
Yeah.
It's a sentient donkey. Well, I guess all animals are sentient.
All donkeys are sentient.
All donkeys are sentient. What?
I can't remember what class I ended up making Z. I think it was either human or half elf. So either way, they would probably definitely enjoy a good power nap.
A good power. Yeah.
Life is stressful.
Yeah. Gosh. I wonder if Z would drink Monster Energy drinks.
I can see it.
Not sponsored.
I-
Trademarked.
In fact, you.
No, yeah, they have.
Yeah, I think I can see Z drinking some form of energy drink, but it would just make their stress way worse.
Yeah, they have some like different version in D&D world. What's our world called? Do we have a world name?
I think I said something, I just can't remember it at the moment. Look. So yeah, I know at the tavern there was the whole thing with Arius attempting to juggle bottles, and it started to work.
It kind of worked and then failed hard.
Yeah, you
As most juggling does.
waitresses for a bit, but then you
Most
dropped
juggling.
everything.
I've seen people try and juggle, and sometimes they can get a full loop, and then they just miss one, and everything crashes down.
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Did you guys juggle in elementary school? I did that. They
Sort
had
of.
these like
yeah,
little
I can juggle-
handkerchiefs.
I can juggle two items, but I could never juggle 3.
I'm sure I could
I
juggle
could-
two too. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Jeez. I remember juggling the handkerchiefs.
Juggling
I got
is
solid.
I feel like it's handwork. I don't know.
I went back to my notes, and I never came up with the name for the world, but the continent you're on is Askia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Askia and you shall receive ya.
I think I
Right, I'm never
Big
speaking to you again.
I think for
Oh man.
the continent, I literally just went on like random like one of those fantasy name generator things to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's valid.
Yeah.
So
Valid.
what are we getting into
Hmm?
right now? What are we getting into right now?
Very good.
No hair.
No hair? I got my hair in a bun. No, I shaved it all. It's all gone.
Yeah, right now where we've left off with the episode is you guys have made it into the mountains. And Arius has just realized that the cave you've arrived at has a white dragon.
Oh, how spooky.
Yeah, what are we gonna do about that?
What are we gonna do?
Punch a dragon. Directly in the tooth.
What do I roll for that?
Out.
Yeah, and I know
You roll your imagination.
And I know before you arrived at the cave, Zelda Arius picked a fight with Z when they had seemingly unintentionally seemed to know the way there. And I remember you rolled an insight check, and I think you rolled a natural 20. I'm like, yeah, Z seems to know the way there, but they don't know that they know. And I was kind of surprised that you still chose to pick a fight. I'm like, I just said that they didn't realize
Well,
we're doing
it was more of
it.
a-
Okay.
I don't think Arius would have just let that go.
Exactly.
I don't think Arius knows anything in between friend and enemy. Like that suspicious thing isn't there. It's either you're a friend or I'm going to try and beat you while you sleep.
While you sleep.
Yeah, Arius plays dirty.
He juggles dirty as well.
And by that you mean he just breaks every bottle.
He breaks
He doesn't
everything.
know how to juggle.
Does not know. I don't know what I meant by that actually.
And I definitely like after that whole confrontation, like Gray, you had your character Aelfric like go check up on Z. And that was really sweet. And I think so far, like out of the entire one shot, you're the one who's kind of reached out, I think, the most to Z to kind of in on them and every so often and stuff. Do you think maybe you could go a bit into that on Aelfric and his choices and stuff?
Oh yeah, straight up. Elfric, I wanted to make him a sweet boy. I think that's my favorite archetype is the sweet boy. And also, I feel like in a storytelling sense, it's good to have someone who's there to like be all like, okay, what are your motivations? Or like possibly pull that out of a person. So I like sweet boys because they're sweet. And I like them from a storytelling perspective because they get stuff crossed. But it is good to have people like Arius as well because it's entertaining.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'll be honest,
Yep.
I know I was considering just starting a fight with Z. Like an actual just full on
I remember that. And like for some reason I was down to do it with you.
Yeah.
You were.
I had a staff and I was gonna beat him up.
Staff.
Beat the truth out of him.
Yeah, I think last special episode you all like equally said like, yeah, Z seems suspicious.
Well, sus.
Yeah, sus. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Especially as I did the whole kind of like sight change in appearance. Like I think it was during the fight with Arius, like Z's eyes, I think for a bit turned blue with and stuff. And it's kind of at moments like that where I'm like, yeah, I should have explained Z's appearance in the beginning. That way you'd kind of more notice changes and stuff. And I think it was during these 2 episodes, like Z went to shake one of your hands and you notice like the slight white scales on their arms. I'm like, oh yeah, they probably would have slightly noticed at least the scales on her face beforehand.
So
Yeah,
can
no,
we ask- Oh, sorry. No, you go. You go.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Mhm.
All right, revive it. I know that in the description you gave me for drawing the characters, I noticed the scales on the face, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think I think I gave you the descriptions after we filmed the one shot though, so.
You did.
Yeah, note to future self, describe NPCs. Especially if changing in appearance is part of the thing that happens with them, so. Yeah.
That's about all right.
So where's Z now?
Z, so where we left off in episode 4, like it's just Aris who went up. Z's kind of back with you guys and stuff, and Frank went to check on with Z, and Z's like, I don't know what's up and stuff, and Aris has just discovered the dragon, so.
We should get Z to come look at the dragon with us, investigate.
We'll have to wait and see for next episode.
Feed Z to the dragon.
Just run off the mountain, honestly.
Run.
Say we solved the problem and then just dip. How will they know?
Hold on.
It takes 3 weeks for the snow to go away. So pay us now and we'll be on our way so we don't have to wait here for 3 weeks.
Yeah, we got stipulation.
The contract never said that we had to uphold it. It just said that they had to uphold it.
Oh man.
I don't know. I think there was something in there about you would only get paid if you were able to do something about it, or at least get information on it.
Oh, if it was information, then we could have just said, oh yeah, there's a dragon. If you want to hire us again, you can. Triple the pay.
That's how we
Grace drew a little. That's how we operate. That's why we got kicked out of the first town.
They wanted us to solve the problem, but instead we just identified the problem.
Yeah, the
There's a
children
different
are
creature.
here. I don't know, like with the roles that you did for like the pre-one shot for that pre-adventure, like you were successful and rescued the children. But yeah, I think last episode when we kind of chatted about that, it's like, oh yeah, they did want the children back actually, so.
Oh yeah.
They had actually hired a Pied Piper to get rid of the children, and we ruined their plans.
It's a Pied Piper.
You don't know that story?
I've
The
not
one
heard that
with
story.
The
Can you
guy
tell us
just
what a Pied
plays
Piper is?
music and kids get hypnotized and follow him.
Yeah, the town paid
I
him
don't
to
like
get rid
it.
The town paid him to get rid of the rats. When he finally did and he went back to get paid, they wouldn't pay him, and so he just took the kids.
The kids were the rats.
Yeah.
There was a very essential misunderstanding there. It was like they had accidentally said rats instead of kids because they just called the kids rats for so long.
Exactly.
So what were your thoughts on the other encounters? Like, I know you, Zelda, really enjoyed the encounter with the polar bears and stuff.
I don't remember.
Oh, you loved the polar bears. You loved them.
They weren't
It
violent
actually-
to us?
No, you speak with animals and you just kind of asked them questions like, have you noticed anything different in there and stuff? And they
I remember now.
Yeah, they said no, nothing weirder than usual. And
There were some funny
I was
guys.
very specific with my wording, like nothing weirder than usual. Like it's like there's already weird and strange crap up here and stuff. And
Well, it's weird
I
to a
was-
polar bear.
yeah, I was kind of waiting for you guys to kind of like either do an insight check or something on the polar bears because I'm like they kind of knew about the dragon living up the mountain.
Yeah, that would have been.
Oh wait.
Asking about something different. I'm like, no, nothing weirder than usual. Besides,
Arius has an innate trust for all bears. An innate distrust for all wolves and coyotes.
I thought you were about to say twinks.
yeah,
That
I
too,
think,
but to a lesser extent.
yeah, I think it was when you encountered the mama griffin that you finally got a bit more answers on where to go.
So are we gonna bleep out the twinks when we put it on TV or no?
It's not a bad word.
I don't think it
I'm
is.
begging you, keep it. Come on. There's representation.
I don't know what twinks means.
We don't need to talk about that.
I don't. So when you guys been saying it, I'm like, okay.
I know you seem
I'm
very like okay with it. Like you weren't like.
I'm noticeably disheveled because of this conversation.
We should drop it.
Yeah,
no,
I was actually kind
I'm
of
explaining what a twink is.
yeah, we can save that for a different
Alfred.
conversation.
That's for the special episode after this.
That's just a different app TV show entirely.
The
It's not on App TV.
special.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised with how you went about, like, kind of, I guess, looking into answers and stuff, because, like, when I was prepping for the one-shot, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go hard, make sure I got names for all the NPCs and stuff, and then they're like, let's go talk to the animals. I'm like, okay, then. And so I definitely found it interesting that you went the animal route than the people route and stuff. Because I
Humans
actually had
are-
an NPC who would have been the oldest person in town,
Oh.
the closest to the truth about the situation. And
I think like I personally I think I just I think I forgot about after I met the polar bears. I was just forgot there was other people to talk to.
true.
Straight up.
I'll be honest, the only NPC I can remember other than Z is that bartender.
Oh yeah.
I remember some of them. I remember the mayor and the like town guard.
Yeah, I think you only met like a few NPCs. Like there's the mayor, the town guard, Z, the guy.
The twins.
Yeah, the twins, Maddie and Josie, Yuri, who runs the tavern or inn, and then like the two NPCs you meet. I think if I remember correctly, like you'll end up meeting the last two NPCs in episode 6. So yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely kind of, I think next special episode I'll get into other like avenues that you could have taken in stuff storytelling wise and stuff, and I guess a bit more into the lore of what led to this whole conflict stuff, because yeah. So your interactions with the animals were very funny.
Arius just should have he should have just gone out to look for more animals instead of even trying to solve the quest.
Exactly.
You like I remember I had to roll a dice to see what other encounter you would have encountered, and it was a mama griffin and stuff, and it's like the polar bears and the mama griffin were like the only other animals that I think I had planned for you guys to possibly run into. So
It
yeah,
was meant to be.
I'm gonna go look for animals. I'd be like, crap, D&D Beyond, find me other winter animals that they could possibly interview.
Penguin? Can we have a penguin?
A terrified rabbit that Arius just kidnaps.
Seals.
Oh wow. Seals.
And then we get to talk to the polar bears again because seals attract the polar bears.
Yeah, exactly.
We're kind of. I don't think you would have run into seals. Seals are by the ocean. You were kind of in the middle of the northern part of the continent.
Oh.
Penguins.
Polar bears swim a lot. I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, it's probably not even reasonable for you guys to have even run into polar bears, but it's like Arctic animal, polar bear. Okay, they're in the woods. It works.
Well, like it was like abnormal for them to be there, but it's okay because it was abnormal for it to be like winter.
An
Yeah.
Arctic fox, but only one.
An Arctic fox. I like this.
But what did you think I said, Gray?
I thought you said Arctic.
You can't say it, can you?
I can't say it. I can't.
I think I know what you were thinking of, what you thought.
No, I didn't even mean the bad one. I just meant the word for like brain processes. But if I say it, now I feel bad for saying it.
Oh.
Because I thought of it mid me about to say the other one.
Oops.
Whoops. I'm really just making this editing job hard for you today.
Still, I'm excited to. I'm just kind of excited to see what our viewers think of the final 2 episodes of the season and stuff. Like, especially with next episode, like it's definitely gonna be interesting. So, and then just a chance for like the next special episode to kind of wrap up the season and talk about other things, like especially for like what was going on behind the DM screen and stuff on like stuff that I came up with and so.
Sure.
Anything else you guys want to discuss? No?
So,
Yeah?
we're not
So,
filming any more, like, playthrough episodes?
No. It was just the one shot, and then other filming besides what we're doing right now will just be the final special episode, which will air after episode 6 and just kind of like be used to kind of like wrap up the season. So
hopefully a season 2?
hopefully, yeah.
Cool.
I think I might message Bianca because I know I can't stay on App TV because I'll be leaving school and stuff, but
Oh, really?
kind of wondering to ask like, hey, would I be allowed to stay on as the DM? Maybe? So,
Yeah, because, like, I'll be at App for another semester.
yeah. And I was
oh, wait.
thinking like maybe you could take over the job as producer, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, technically.
Eh,
Yeah.
that would be interesting though. We would have very odd filming times if I were to come back on because I am looking at being abroad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, Japan.
Oh,
I cannot
nice.
speak.
I also probably wouldn't be able to do it just because I'm taking 18 hours next semester.
Oh my god, dummy thick.
Rebecca, are you graduating or are you just, like, pulling out for a minute?
I'm graduating this May, so
Oh, PogChamp.
yeah. Part of me's like I want to stay with Nerds and Gnolls for a little while longer.
No, that's so sad. What the heck?
Yeah. So I'll see if Bianca will be like, yeah, you can stay on as the DM, maybe.
TV is gonna be different next semester anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Rob's leaving.
Wait, what's
and stuff,
happening?
So it'll be, our head honcho person, he's got a new job. It's going to be on Australia and stuff.
So, like,
Oh.
technically, like, internships aren't gonna happen anymore, they said. So,
Oh, really?
well, that's what
That's awful.
Okay, that's what Professor McCreary like teased to me because I was telling him like I plan to be it. He's like, they're gonna be experiencing a lot of changes, and especially since the internships were kind of like they were real, but like you don't really have a supervisor or anything, not necessarily. So he says they've been kind of sliding by.
Anyway, I think to save on whoever ends up editing this episode, I think I might go ahead and just do the closing so I can stop recording. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, valid.
Okay, thank you guys for coming to this special episode for this discussion, and thank you viewers for coming as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thanks again to our editor, Elizabeth Dodson, and our associate producer, Christina Gizzi, and also to my fellow players as well. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And don't forget, we have an Instagram at Nerds and Gnolls, and be sure to tune in next week to see how episode 5 goes and how the rest of this season goes. And so, thank you so much and have a good night. Bye, guys.